What's up, everybody? It's the Kind of Collector here. Hope you're having an awesome weekend. In this episode, I'm going to do an unboxing of a Holy Grail that I just received from the recent Hake's auction from the Jeff Jacob collection. So let's go ahead and check out this vintage Kenner Star Wars Grail right now. And here we go. The package has finally arrived from Hake's auctions. This is so sweet. I've been on the lookout for one of these Lando mint on card back ESB figures for a long time. Never thought I would get one from the Jeff Jacobs collection. This was from the recent third auction that just went down. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. And if any of you were lucky enough to get any of these figures from the recent Hake's auction from the Jeff Jacobs collection, that's awesome. So obviously they're gonna double box this guy probably. Let's see. Got these peanuts out of the way. No, just straight up. All right, we got, okay, taped in bubble wrap here. Oh, they accidentally sent me a double telescoping Obi-Wan. No, I'm just joking. All right. That would have been awesome. Okay. Let's take this out. All right. So here we have the Jeff Jacob collection. Little promo on here. Let's get Lando out of this plastic. All right, here he is. Now let's go check him out in the light box. All right, so if you've never done a Hake's auction before, basically you just log on to their website, you create an account real quick, and then you just have to upload your credit card information, and then you're able to bid on anything, you know, vintage Star Wars that pops up, whatever you may be interested in. And then they ship it a few days after you win. That's basically how it works. So this one came in this little bag that describes the lot, what the item was, the opening bidding amount, and so on, the auction number. And then it even came with this really cool stuff talking about the Jeff Jacob collection and this amazing double telescoping Obi-Wan that was auctioned off in the first of the three auctions. And then just comes with all this other really cool stuff, like please examine all contents carefully, other like record result auctions that they've had in the past, some really cool Star Wars stuff, G.I. Joe stuff, and then this is really cool. It's the Jeff Jacobs kind of picture of him in front of his boxed collection there with all the play sets and vehicles and stuff, which is pretty sweet. And then lastly comes with this really cool certificate of authenticity for this item that I won. So let's go ahead and check out what made this Lando so special and check it out in higher detail right now. So really what started me down this journey, hunting down one of these really amazing Lando Calrissian mint on card back vintage Kenner Star Wars figures graded, was my purchase of this 21 back Boba Fett that I got that came on the original A New Hope card back before they released the Empire Strikes Back toy line, which makes this Boba Fett extremely rare and hard to find if you've ever, you know, seen these online or anywhere like that. This one's in pretty good condition. The bubble's really clean. The figure's amazing. The card backs, you know, got a little bit of couple creases, but other than that, it's in really good shape. There's no warping or anything like that. So I don't really collect carded figures, but I always have wanted this figure. So once I got this, now I'm like, okay, I want a really cool ESB card back and Return of the Jedi card back. So then I have one from each of the original trilogy card backs from Kenner. So that's kind of how I started down this path. So let's check out this amazing Lando from the Jeff Jacob collection. So here it is, the Lando Calrissian on the Empire Strikes Back card back with the 4-LOM variant sticker on the front of this card back. And you can see here, it was rated 85 near mint plus on the 47 back. And actually what's pretty crazy about this figure is he does not come with the Bespin blaster. I don't know if you can see there, but it's just the bluish Han Solo blaster that's taped inside of this bubble. And you can see, and I'll do more close-up shots here in a second, but that was kind of crazy. I didn't know this on the card back. I don't know if that was a variant, if this was a screw up, but usually these screw ups they put in the bottom here where you see the rating there in the grading of this figure. They would put something about that blaster probably. So if anybody knows anything about this, I haven't looked it up yet, why he would have come without the Bespin blaster. If the first ones came with the Han Solo blaster, I have no idea. So you learn something new every day. But I didn't even see this when I was bidding on this item, but it's really cool because it makes it even more unique now, in my opinion. And then you just have the card back here that's got the special offer, free 4-LOM action figure with purchase of any 5 Star Wars action figures there. And you can see how clean this card back is. And obviously this card back is unpunched. And let's go ahead and get some close-ups of this figure, the bubble, the condition it's in, and why it was so rare, and why I had to get this and add this to my collection. All right, so let's just go over the bubble of this figure. You can see how perfect the glue is still intact. This is a yellow bubble, by the way, not clear. That's why it has that Y right there underneath the 8. These either came with a yellow bubble or a clear bubble, depending on the packaging, but you can see just how great and perfect this bubble condition is. And it's just still so crazy that, and I don't know, maybe this isn't that rare, maybe it's not a big deal, but it's just funny that he came with the Han Solo blaster taped inside of the bubble instead of the Bespin or the Cloud City blasters. And then turning him back around, you can see just the condition of the card back. This is absolutely mint. And then flipping back around to the front, looking at the rest of the card back. Really the only, you see this kind of white spot rubbing on just below the numbers there of the 69590. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, this card back is in perfect mint condition. So what made this such a rare item at auction? So yeah, let's bring this up, what it would have looked like during the auction or whatever. You have this Lando here. The blister card contains, the Lando figure, blah, 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 free 4-LOM action figure offer, cataloging. There's only 8 examples in the AFA database of an 85 grade, and there's none higher in the population than this Lando figure right here. These are pretty expensive to begin with in really mint condition, but really just be able to score one from this amazing collection. Jeff's a great guy, and to be able to snag one of these and to have the Lando they don't have a higher graded example in the population of the AFA database, which is amazing. I can say I have the highest graded Lando out there in the AFA database. So that's really what drew me to this figure. And now I'll be on the hunt for a Return of the Jedi card back, maybe a Sand People, a Tusken Raider. That's one of my favorite figures as well. But definitely Boba Fett and Lando are my 2 favorite characters from The Empire Strikes Back. So stay tuned. When I get the Return of the Jedi card back in figure, I'll do another video to complete the trio. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate it. And that's a wrap on this week's episode. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. throw a like on this. It really helps support the channel. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet to get more of these vintage kind of Star Wars videos that I'm dropping on most weeks. So thanks again, everybody. And remember to collect the counter.